All resources in the air and on the ground aimed at nailing down a wanted man. It started with a suspicious car near the river east of Pharr. That car ended up in Westlaco. The driver would not stop.
The vehicle was involved in a traffic accident along the frontage road of the expressway. Suspect bailed out of the vehicle and ran northbound. We're now searching for that suspect.
A quiet neighborhood caught up in the chaos, swarming with law enforcement. People here glad they did not let up.
Well, that's good that they're alert on what they're doing.
It's something to make us realize that, it's violence and stuff like that is here in our own neighborhood.
The all-out search soon paid off. Border Patrol agents cornered the man.
He was under the house.
They plucked him out from under an old makeshift shed.
This stuff out of the way. He was stashed in there.
Noe Valderas lives next door to that shed.
Right there. Footprints right there.
Valderas and his neighbors feel safer tonight knowing the suspect is no longer using their streets as his hideout. Vietnam veteran Felix Rodriguez has been with Valley families at their most difficult time. He sees them through the pain of losing a service member.
It's a roller coaster, starts all over again. A roller coaster of emotions.
Rodriguez also works for Hidalgo County's Veteran Services Office, but this isn't just a job to him.
And it's really not a job, it's a passion. We want to be there for them as veterans.
Rodriguez knows the toll of combat. It was Vietnam, 1971. A rocket blew up in a bunker where he and a fellow soldier were taking cover.
Floyd Youngblood suffered a really bad wound to his arm and chest and stomach. And I got hit in the my right shin bone. It knocked me about 10 feet and banged my face against the wall. And we were scared. I was scared. So I can relate to what these young men are going through in Iraq and Afghanistan.
He says visiting the homes of the Valley's fallen servicemen, he sees a common thread. Young men from hard-working families looking for a better life with a deep pride in serving the country. They remind him of himself. And so he goes to each home.
The Rio Grande Valley has paid a heavy price in these wars in Iraq and Afghanistan.
To offer their families what comfort he can. Benita's police officers are spending a lot of time in pursuit.
At this point, we're seeing an increase on alien smuggling.
In just the last week, 4 chases, all involving suspected smugglers transporting illegal immigrants.
We're seeing crowds of 15 or 20 people packed in a van or a pickup truck.
Benita's chief Oscar Ontiveros says his force was recently passed over for federal funds. It's money he would have used to hire more officers to deal with all the smuggling-related crime in his city. Ontiveros supports Governor Perry's plan to send Ranger recon teams. The teams will be made up of Texas Rangers and Texas National Guard counter-drug forces. They will identify high-intensity smuggling routes and work to reduce crime in these areas. Their exact locations are secret right now. People in Penitas hope they see the extra support. Adelina Cantu lives near a smuggling hotspot.
We'll have more protection and more safety.
Sonia Leal put up a security fence to keep people out and protect her family.
Okay. I mean, they don't care anymore. They don't. They'll kill you.
Es muy difícil. Muy difícil.
Maria Vasquez is satisfied, not justified. Her son, Christian Menchaca, was killed by al-Qaeda in 2006. Bin Laden's death closes another chapter of her healing, but she wants to see photos of his body.
¿Cómo lo mataron? ¿Cómo lo pescaron? Porque a mi hijo lo pusieron en video. Toda la gente lo vio, yo no lo vi porque me podía enfermar más.
She says she wants to see how Bin Laden was killed, how he was captured. Video of her son's death was posted on the internet for the world to see. She never watched it and never will. Barbaric doesn't begin to describe the torture Menchaca endured at the hands of Bin Laden's followers.
¿Para qué lo respetamos si él no merece respeto? No merece respeto él porque lo que hizo fue muy mal.
She says, why should we respect him when he didn't respect me? He didn't respect me at all. The things he did were horrible. Vasquez's house is decorated with Menchaca's war medals, pictures, and flags.
No creo que es justo que como lo enterraron, como lo aventaron al agua, como no hicieron un funeral así como los demás, ¿verdad?
She tells us she doesn't think it's fair the way bin Laden was buried at sea. She wanted him to feel the pain he inflicted on so many others. It's been 6 years since her son died. Menchaca would have turned 28 at the end of the month.
Ese dolor nunca lo vas a superar, nunca, nunca.
His death brings a pain she never thought she'd experience. She says her son's death will never be justified. It never can be for a mother who loses a son.